Hey everyone, and welcome to Millennia. So, Millennia is an upcoming, let's just call it a civilization-like, because that's literally what it is. And this is going to be an early look, but an early build. And this video is sponsored by Paradox, so big thanks to Paradox for sponsoring it. And you will be able to play Millennia yourself during the Steam Next Fest, which starts on February the 5th. And will last for 7 days. So if you are interested, you should definitely check it out then and play it yourself. So in this video we are going to talk about some of the basic game mechanics and about the differences between Millennia and Civilization. There are a lot of similarities because it's a similar kind of concept for a game. It is turn-based as well. However, there are some major differences in terms of mechanics. So let's get right into it, shall we? And it's actually quite promising. I'm certainly looking forward to it, and I'm all for more games in this space. I would like to see as many as possible. I am always for some competition for civilization. Okay, so there are various civilizations you can play as, available right now. Here's a full list. So United States, United Kingdom, Sweden, Spain, Russia, Japan, Germany, France, Egypt, China, Brazil, and the Zulu. And here's an interesting difference between this and a civilization already. You can actually select a starting bonus here. So you can start with a warband unit. You can start with extra culture. Your homeland region generates some culture. You can start with more improvement points. We'll talk about those when we start playing. You can get more movement on your scouts. You can get the discounted pioneers. You can also get more movement on non-combatant units. You can get the discounted envoys, which is like a diplomatic unit. So it's quite interesting. You can also pick a random option right here. And there are even more bonuses here. These are just the ones that are assigned to the AIs. And speaking of AIs, there are 5 difficulty levels here. And the default one is here in the middle. So what other bonuses do we have here? Let's take a quick look. We can get more food in each of your capital regions. More production. Some unrest suppression. Influence. We can get the discounted settlers, which actually sounds pretty useful. Reduced cost for spawn settler government domain power. Yeah, that might not make much sense right now, but it will once we actually start playing. I think we'll get more movement for our scout units, so that we'll get a chance to explore more of the map. There's also a seed you can play with, and there are 5 map sizes, from tiny to huge, and there are currently in this build 4 map types: continents, islands, inland seas, Pangea. Let's maybe get inland seas, why not? We can set the number of players between 2 and 8. There's also a nation builder, I haven't looked at this. You can enter nation name, you can pick a flag, okay. City types, town types, and some bonuses. Okay, that's interesting. Who do we want to be, actually? Because I haven't picked. I don't know how much this matters right now. We can be Germany. Oh, can I still change this? Right, yeah, I can. So I do want extra movement on the scouts, so that we'll get a chance to explore more of the map. We can also get a scout unit to start with. Yeah, how about that? We'll get a scout unit to start with. And let's get started. Alright, so here we are with our capital, which is Hamburg. And the UI is kind of sort of similar to Civilization. There are some differences, but a lot of the basics are kind of similar. Which is good. If you played a lot of Civilization, you should be like pretty familiar with this layout. And I've been known to play a little bit of Civilization in my day. As many of you probably know. So okay, there are quite a few things to cover here. And there are some significant differences between this game and Civilization. So one of the biggest differences is that you do not recruit dedicated worker units and then move them around the map to build improvements. It works completely differently in this game. We have improvement points down here, and we use improvement points to build improvements. For example, we can build a pasture right here, which takes 16 improvement points. We can build a hunting camp, which takes 6 improvement points. Dock, fishing boats, forester. And we get improvement points as one of the yields. So here's our current income. We're getting +1 improvement point right now, +1 from our homeland. And there is a dedicated project which we could run right here, for example. And that will give us how much? 0.6 improvement points. Because it converts production. And right now we have free production. It costs 5 for 1 improvement point. So right now we probably don't want to do that. But this is how you get improvements in this game. So very, very different compared to Civ. Is it better? I mean, you be the judge. It probably required some experience with the game to really be able to tell whether it's better or not. It's different. Right now it's just different. Okay, here are the buildings and units we got access to right now. So we have a dolmen, free influence. Okay. So it's a one-time border expansion when we build it. And it's a monument upgrade line. So I assume we'll be able to upgrade this later on. I don't have like enough experience with this game to tell you everything just yet. But I don't know like the basics, because a lot of them are fairly obvious. Now, government experience is a very important resource in this game. So I can tell you right now that the town center or anything else that might give you government experience is going to be pretty damn important. So we're going to build a town center right away. And we are currently getting +2 government experience from our domain here. So this is used to activate government domain powers and to unlock ideals for our government. You'll see what that means soon enough. Some of it is right here, actually. There's nothing to show you right now, but this is the way you spawn a settler. Once we get 30 government experience, we'll be able to spawn a settler right away. And then we can use him to establish a new vassalized territory. So you do not recruit a settler the way you would do it in Civ or many other games, by just queuing it up right here. As you can see, there isn't even a settler here as a unit. You get it from this project right here, for government experience. Again, is that better? I don't know, it's different. And there are a few things like this that are quite different in this game. So I'm actually quite interested to see how it's going to play out in the long run. Anyway, here's our army, and you can have more than one unit in an army. Right now we have a warband right here. We can see some stats. We can see upkeep. It has a combat modifier. Double attack against cavalry type unit. This is a basic unit of warriors, looking to bash some heads. And then we also have a scout. We probably want to separate the scout from our warband, and we can send them in opposite directions, so like this. We want to explore as much as possible. And that's going to be our first turn. We can see Hamburg will grow in 8 turns. And we can also reassign some workers. So I can move this guy. And by workers I mean just this one dude at the moment. And I could assign him to the grassland. That will make the city grow faster. But that will make the town center build slower, as you might imagine. We will grow the city faster, because the sooner we get our second dude, the better our total yields are going to be. And we can also enable some yields right here. We can see economic production with this. This enables or disables borders. Oh yeah, right here on the minimap. and this toggles viewing the armies, also on the minimap, right here. See? Now they're visible, now they're not. Okay. We can zoom in, zoom out. Right now there's nothing to zoom in or out. There is also a civilopedia of sorts. Infopedia. Millennia Infopedia. And now, the only thing I'm missing in here, actually, is a search function. I would really like to see a search function in here. I'm just saying. It's not that big of a deal, because, well, things are listed in alphabetical order. So, you know, if you're looking for something specific, you can find it. But it would still be nice to have a search. Again, I'm just saying. If someone out there is listening, please add a search. Appreciated. Alright, now we can choose our technology. And now, this also works a little bit differently compared to Civ. We can see, like, some description here of Age of Stone if we click this magnifying glass. We can also show some extra details of these texts. You can also get them by hovering over the tag, but we can show all of them at once. So in order to progress to the next age, which in itself takes a little bit of time, it's like a separate research item, which takes longer to research than any individual technology. And in order to do that, we need to research 3 out of 5 technologies to unlock the Age of Bronze. And we can't see what's beyond that right now. So here's what we got. We got farming, which unlocks the plantation improvement with 2 food. It also unlocks the food stockpile. It unlocks, what's the last one here? A farm improvement. Then we have tribal elders, which unlocks the council building, which gives knowledge. I like knowledge. Here in my garage. We can get defenses, which unlocks the archer, and presumably it also spawns an archer in our homeland. We also get +5 warfare experience, and it adds additional defenders at each capital and town. A town is also like a thing that's a little bit different, but we'll get to it. Then we have scouting, which unlocks the lookout, provides a defensive unit, the lookout, on build +1 border vision, upgrade line tower level 1. Okay, and also the scout. Spawns a scout in your homeland. And then we have workers, which unlocks the clay pit. It also unlocks a levy workers project, and +8 improvement points right away. So let's maybe grab tribal elders to get some more knowledge quickly. And get some more techs a little bit faster than we would otherwise. Alright. And we can see that we are region level 1. And here's a description here. So you can increase your region level by building towns. So I think I can maybe show... Okay, here's a tooltip for towns. So towns increase a region's region level, generate wealth per adjacent improvement, generate influence to speed expansion into nearby territory, and improve defenses for the regional capital. In addition, towns can be set as rally points, causing newly produced units to spawn there instead of in the capital. So towns are pretty important as a mechanic. And you can increase the town's level by using the expanded town engineering domain power. So kind of like these things over here. Whoops. To increase the town's adjacency bonus and to increase the region level even further. Once a town is upgraded to level 2, it can be specialized to gain additional or alternate resources from its adjacency bonus. So towns are also a way to specialize your towns. It's quite an interesting mechanic. I'm looking forward to seeing how exactly this will play out, like in the long run, over the course of the entire game. Because it sounds pretty interesting on paper, and quite different. And each region level allows for more advanced capital buildings to be constructed and increases the maximum population a region can support. So yeah, towns and region level are crucial to growing and expanding your cities. A very important mechanic there. And we are in 9750 BCE. Yup. So, hey, this game actually starts quite a bit earlier than Civilization does. Just saying. In terms of, like, the year. Alright, let's keep exploring. See what we can find. A lot of flat land over here. This is not desert, this is scrubland right here. This is desert. It does look a bit different. The color is similar, but it does look a bit different. We don't have a lot of forest. So this is forest and this is deep forest, which has a higher defensive bonus. Yep, indeed. Okay, I didn't notice that previously. So what's this? This is, right, another warband. Let's just keep moving. I want to explore as much as I can. Maybe find one of the AIs. That would be nice. Alright. Now, scrolling feels a bit different. I really like inertia scrolling, where, you know, you can just, like, drag your map, then release the mouse button, and the map will keep moving. I really like that method, but I have thousands of hours in Civilization games, so I'm just really used to that. And I often try to, like, instinctively do it in here, but you can't do it in here. It's just muscle memory, alright? It's muscle memory. Here we have some tuna. Nice. For vassals, plus 0.1 wealth. Vassalized territories are autonomous regions ruled by your nation, but not fully controlled by you. Created by settlers or taking over an enemy nation's capital. Vassals generate income based on the terrain, prosperity, and population of the vassal, which is passively sent to you each turn. As the vassal grows, so too does its integration into your nation. When its integration maxes out, you can convert the vassal into a fully incorporated region at the cost of government experience. So, as you can see from this description, government experience is going to be an immensely important resource in this game. As the name might imply, but yeah, in case it wasn't quite obvious, it's going to be an extremely important resource. Alright, we should hit 2 population, yep, on the next turn. And then we can maybe shift to more production. What's this? More resources. Sheep. So wet pasture, 1 wool. Consumed for 2 wealth. And 1 meat. Consumed for 3 food. Alright. And this is olives. So with plantation, 2 wealth. Alright. Oh, there we go, we got something interesting. A lost archer unit is making camp, hiding from barbarians. We can give them supplies for some experience, or we can get an archer. So let's get an archer. There you go. Okay, I turned off these arrows, so we won't see them. They shouldn't really affect anything right now. But this is an early build, so they do pop up sometimes. More resources. This area looks maybe kind of promising. Let's see what else we can find. Okay, even more olives. So marble. With quarry to marble to production. Alright. Here, we got 2 population. So now, I can remove this dude from the grassland and assign both of them to the forest. That way we'll have 2 food and 2 production. How's that town center? 4 turns away. Alright. Well, we want the town center ASAP. Now, the city will not grow as fast. It will grow much slower, in fact. So I could do this. Yeah, 14 turns is more reasonable, and the town center will be done just 1 turn slower. Let's keep that 1 dude on the grassland. 40 turns is a little bit slower than I anticipated, okay? Okay, and now we can use a culture power. We have 8 out of 8. We are getting +2 per turn. I assume that's coming from Hamburg. Right here. Yup, right here indeed. +2 from tribal government buff. So let me show you. Here, this is what we can choose right now. We can create a town, And as you might recall, these are pretty important. Or we can boost regional efficiency. All resources generated in a region for 5 turns. So this early on, that's probably not worth it. Although, hey, it might be. I don't know. I'm not exactly an expert on this game yet, okay? I mean, it's not even out yet. Let's create a town. Since, again, we know these are really important. So we will create a town. Now, a town needs to be adjacent to the city's border. So on one of these tiles, as you can see. And it also cannot be built on mountains, water, unowned structures, landmarks, or goods tiles. And the towns also cannot be built on jungles or deep forests without the Age of Stone scouting technology. So because I don't have that technology, I cannot build it in deep forest, which, okay, that kind of makes sense. Let's maybe build it here, next to the resource. I could also build it here, next to the olives. So that's an option. Let's check these tiles one more time. So with plantation, 1 rice, that's 2 wealth. Now we will need the actual plantation. 2 wealth. Okay, so it's basically the same. Yeah, it's sort of the same. Hills, 1 production. Okay, forest. The forest is a bit better because it's 1 food and 1 production. So, alright, we'll build a town over here. That sounds reasonable to me. And there's the town. It's kind of, again, sort of a part of the city. And it will grow over time. There's our town. Right now there's no specialization to set because it's too early, but this is where we could change specialization. 1 air unit capacity. What are air units? This is 9000 BC. We have no idea what those are. Air units. Clearly there's no such thing. Other than birds. But some people will tell you birds are a conspiracy. Birds do not actually exist. Alright. Okay, now this area looks promising. That looks like a border. We will check that out. Let's keep moving in the opposite direction. We should find one of the other AIs. Eventually, maybe pretty soon. More resources, grapes. Alright. Sounds good. How's that town center? Okay, 4 more turns. Let's keep going. Also, now that we have 12 points here, I mean, we have a few options. I could just wait for 30 to get that settler, which is definitely a good idea. And this ability does have a 15-turn cooldown as well. But we could also pick up either tribal farming or raise tribal army. I don't really need more units at the moment, I'm not being threatened by anything. But we could increase our food production, which would make our capital grow faster. And this is only 6 points. So this is probably worth doing. In fact, I should have done it as soon as I hit 6 points. So we will do it. Because growth is very important early on. And again, 6 points is not really that big of a deal. We are getting 2 points per turn, and soon we'll be getting 3 points per turn. So it's all good. Okay, so I think this is a neutral. Yeah, this is like a neutral city. We can send an envoy to convince this minor nation to become a vassal. This is kind of sort of like a city-state, basically. I think that's the best comparison. We can also send an army to raise and plunder their resources. Now, we cannot actually get an envoy yet, so I can't do that. But we could potentially convince them to become a vassal. And the vassal could eventually be integrated into our empire properly. And there we go, we finished tribal elders. So we'll probably want to build a council as soon as we finish our current production. Now, we can go for one of the other 4 techs. We could grab workers, because that will give us 8 improvement points immediately. And also unlock this project here. Converts all available production each turn. Generates 1 improvement points from 5 production. Isn't that the same as the existing project? What's the difference here? Levy workers. Generate 0. Cost per 5. Right here. Cost for 1 point is 5. Isn't that exactly the same? That looks exactly the same to me. This is literally the same project. So I'm not sure how that would unlock it when it's already unlocked. And I don't really need the clay pit for anything. We will, however, need the plantation. So let's get farming. We will need the plantation, and we'll probably need the farm as well. Okay, yeah, let's get farming. We need growth. 8,250 BCE. Alright, well, let's keep scouting, shall we? Maybe we'll find some ruins, like the one we had earlier. Hello, anyone home? Nobody's home. Oh, barbarians. Okay, okay. So combat is... Okay, well, here's the combat. It's all automatic. You don't actually control it. No, I mean, there are some controls at the bottom where you can speed things up, but you don't actually control the actual fight. There, okay, that's the end. Here we can see the actual detailed breakdown, what happened. We can rewind back to the start, go back to the end. We can see a defense adjustment, attack adjustment. Well, that's that. That was the fight. So he didn't kill us, fortunately. I do not want to lose my scout. We probably want to move away from him. I'm not staying to get killed. But yeah, there are more barbarians. However, there's a tribal camp over here. So basically a goodie hut. Maybe we can grab that if we survive long enough. That looks like somebody's actual border. Yep, Zulu. Right. I don't think there's much diplomacy to do at the moment. Yeah, we can propose open borders, or we can declare hostilities. His power score is 94, ours is 72. We can see he's aggressive, what a surprise. He's in Age of Stone, and he started with a warband unit. And that's about all I can do at the moment. Will we survive? Yes, we will. Okay, we actually survived. Wait, did we? Yes, right, we did. Let's grab this. Okay, nomads. You have found a small camp of nomads. They explain that their leader is very wise and willing to share their knowledge with you. Plus 10 government experience. Yeah. Okay, we need as much government experience as possible. Now, if I move back here, I will probably get killed. Let me rephrase. If I move here or here, I will definitely get killed. If I stay on the tile I'm on, I might not. We can skip a turn, which we probably will. Or we can try to just stay here until we are healed. How's Hamburg doing? We are... Okay, we completed the town center. So now, we probably want that council, although that will take 10 turns. How many improvement points do we have? 9. Okay. So we could already get a hunting camp. Although there's nowhere to build it at the moment. We'll need a plantation, which we haven't unlocked yet, but we will. Yeah, so Hamburg. Let's grab that council then, shall we? Yeah, let's get the council. How's growth? 4 more turns. Then we can get a little bit of extra production. That will be good. And we want to save 30 government experience as soon as possible. And grab a settler. Then we can forward settle Shaka. Surely nothing can go wrong with that. And yep, our scout got killed. And I kind of expected that to happen. It was probably worth it. We did get 10 government experience out of it. And I'll actually have 30 in 3 turns. So it was probably worth it. I would say it was worth it. There, one more turn and we'll have 30. Then we can spawn a settler. Alright, well, we know Shaka is here. Let's check out this area. That looks like it's probably like the ocean or the sea, but maybe not. There's farming, so that unlocks the plantation, the farm, and the food stockpile. Free food. Okay, and now we need one more tech, then we can progress to Age of Bronze. Defenses, scouting, or workers. Plus 8 improvement points. Clay pit. We could get defenses, in case we end up fighting Shaka. I might fight Shaka anyway, just, you know, for science. It's maybe not a bad idea. Famous last words. Expansion. Yeah, so this is what I already said. We now have enough government domain experience to get a settler, which we can get right here. And after you have created a settler, move it to an open space outside of your borders. I mean, obviously. And use the establish new vassalized territory unit action. So in this game, you don't like start a city right away. You establish a new vassalized territory. And eventually, you can integrate it into your empire. So your new territory starts as a vassal that manages itself and sends you a small tribute every turn. Get this tooltip out of the way. And the integration of the vassal will increase each turn. When complete, you can convert the vassal into a region. You can, but you don't have to. So let's grab that settler, shall we? And maybe we'll forward settle Shaka. There. And this has a 15 turn cooldown, which means I will have to wait 15 turns. Whoops, I didn't actually do it. Here in Hamburg. There we go. Then we could maybe pick up one of these policies here. Once we get some points. We have free warfare. So with 25, we could spawn a warband. That has free turn cooldown. Only free turn cooldown. Okay, let's check this out. There might be something interesting up here. There's a cow. Free wealth, free food. Okay, that is quite a lot compared to some of these other tiles. With fishing boats, 5 food. Okay, yeah, that's a lot of food. This is just 2 wealth with plantation. It's obviously also like 2 for the base yield. But some of these other tiles just seem much better. Interesting. Well, let's see if there's anything else up here. And we'll see. I could also start a city like here-ish. But there were barbarians over there. If I'm going to do that, I should probably fight the barbarians. This is a nice tile. So 2 food from foraging. But with pasture, it's 2 wealth, free food. And that's the olives. Scrubland. The grassland is 2 food. Forest is 1 food, 1 production. I haven't tried settling on top of it. I'm not actually entirely sure how that works. We can maybe try, why not? Although we shouldn't settle this close to Hamburg, because it will expand. It would be better to just go here. It's also pretty close to Seville. So that's a bit of a downside. We could settle next to this cow, and then expand west towards the fishing boats. This tile is also not bad. We have some options. Yeah, we have some options. And we have full culture again. So we can raise an army, which will spawn 2 warbands. We can create another town, but I cannot add another town to Hamburg right now. As you can see. It currently cannot support another town, so that is not really an option. Let's grab an army, and maybe we can go kill the barbarians to the east. Yeah, let's do that. Just move these guys together. That works. They can deal with it. And our population did decrease because of the settler. As you might imagine, that is still a thing. We're going west with the settler, and east with this army. Yeah, this would also not be a bad spot. We have some pretty good locations around here in general. Okay. Okay, now this looks really promising. 2 cows. I could probably have a city here. Hamburg has space to expand. We can just build towns, like in this direction, in this direction. I can't really tell you, like, how much in total a city can expand eventually. Because, again, this is not a full game yet. Okay, anything else up here? Okay, yeah, there's more land. I thought that this is going to be like the end of the continent. But it's not, which is why we went to scout to make sure. Here. So I could wait to get 14 points. Or I could raise another tribal army. That seems a bit unnecessary. Let's wait to increase our knowledge generation. Or we can wait for another settler, but I do want to increase the knowledge generation a little bit. Right, that's our settler. We're going in this direction. So yeah, I do like some of the mechanics in this game. They are interesting. I don't know how they are going to play out like over the course of the entire game. And obviously I can't tell you because this is not the whole game. We'll have to wait and see for ourselves. Alright, well, let's go kill the barbarians. I assume they are still there. And yeah, I think we'll start a city here-ish. There's a fish over here as well. It seems like a pretty good spot to me. There, we got the defenses. So that will also spawn an archer. And then we can spend 11 turns unlocking the Age of Bronze. So we can do that. We don't have to though. Like, we don't actually have to. I could get scouting, I could get workers. But let's go to Age of Bronze. It will just take a while. It's now 6000 BCE. Here, Lost Warband. We can spawn a warband. Let's actually get some warfare experience this time. So now we have 18. With 25 we can get some volunteers. Volunteers, am I right? Yeah, they volunteered when they weren't looking. Is that the kind of volunteers we're talking about? Alright, that's the archer. Where's that barbarian camp? It was like here-ish. Yep. And that's our settler. Okay. Right, so in order to establish a new vassalized territory, you cannot move, which is fair enough. Any player's settlements not within 2 tiles, territory owner is neutral, location is empty. And this will establish a new regional capital. So I'm thinking... Okay, I'm thinking... I don't want to settle next to a resource. I'm actually thinking right here where we are right now. Okay, yeah, this is actually not a bad spot. Let's do that then. We'll do it on the next turn. Seems like a good spot to me. Veterancy. Your armies have probably been in a few fights by now. Units gain experience from combat and eventually gain levels of veterancy. Each level of veterancy improves unit stats. As you advance, older units will be able to upgrade to more modern types using their upgrade to unit action. It is a good idea to upgrade your more experienced units first. Leaders. After a unit has at least 1 level of veterancy, it can be promoted into a leader unit. Leaders provide a bonus to all units in any army that they are part of. However, leaders cannot get rid of this tooltip. I don't know why it just doesn't disappear sometimes. However, leaders cannot be upgraded, so their value will diminish over time. When a leader is no longer effective, you can use their retire unit action to dismiss the unit in exchange for warfare experience. When you have a unit with at least veteran level 1, select it and use promote to leader unit action. So this is a pretty interesting mechanic. A leader will provide your army with a bonus, but it has a major downside of not being able to be upgraded. It's an interesting design decision. Okay, that is quite a few resources right next to each other. This would be a nice spot right here. It's a little bit far away, but we can move pretty quickly. We could actually go here and start a city over here. That does look like a promising spot. Okay, why not? Let's go a little bit further. I see no real downside. Now, barbarians. Let's fight some barbarians, shall we? I assume they are still there. Oh, yep, Shaka started another city. Ulundi, that name seems familiar. And, alright, we finished the council, so that will give us more knowledge. Now, I could get more improvement points. Right here. Okay, 0.8. We're at 17. Right, can we get that plantation right now? Do we want to get a plantation? 2 wealth, okay. Maybe we do. Maybe we do. That's 15 points. We are making no gold at the moment. We are actually paying free for upkeep. Chaos events. That sounds interesting. The chaos and innovation meters indicate the chance of a special event and also the type. High innovation leads to positive innovation events, while high chaos leads to tragic chaos events. Yep, there we go. We should probably try to not go bankrupt. So let's get that plantation. I'm okay with this. There you go. We'll get the plantation. And let's see now. Yep, this looks fine. The guy is assigned. Now, I could assign the other dude here. Actually, no, I couldn't. There's only one slot. Okay, fair enough. Can we make the city grow faster? 3 turns to growth. Yeah, okay, we will save 2 turns on growth. Let's do that then. I like that. Okay. We got 19 points. So now I could pick up +1 improvement points in our homeland. That's +1 per turn. So that is actually quite a lot. I do want the knowledge. So let's just wait 1 turn and get the knowledge. Can we beat these guys? I assume we can. Yeah, combat prediction. We'll take light damage and we'll do heavy damage. I could wait for my archer to get there, but he's a little bit far away, so probably not a good idea. There, we'll fight. We kill them. Bye-bye. Alright. I think we can just keep the archer here. So, just guard. And this will be the city. I can't quite get there on this turn. So, it will be an extra turn before we start. But that is a promising spot. Okay, let's do it. Right here. But again, I have to wait 1 turn because we can't move. Okay. And more barbarians. I assume that's barbarians. Yes, indeed. There's 1 of them, but 2 of us. So, not really a problem. Yep, combat. He will die. Yeah, but this time we're the defender, and he's the attacker. And that's the barbarian camp. Okay. Well, I probably can't win this one. Yeah, maybe not a good idea. However, we met Persia. Yep, again, there's not much I can do in diplomacy right now. And I can't send envoys. Create a vassalized territory. And there we go. Now we have Dortmund. Very nice. It will take 15 turns to get full integration right here. And we'll have these tiles already inside our borders. So, pretty good spot. Okay, barbarians. And this is a scout and an archer. So that's probably fine. We can send this fella. That's Warband. He can help. And keep the archer in Hamburg. We got 3 people in Hamburg now. And they attacked me. Wait, did they? What's this? Oh, we met Greece. Okay. Age of Bronze. New national spirits unlocked. Vassals integrate 2 times faster during the Age of Bronze. Barbarian warlords may appear. Innovation and chaos events may appear. Trade and diplomatic envoys are available. Okay. Right, yeah, we met another nation. So now we could get envoys. Let's heal up. We can heal up here and then perhaps go attack the barbarians. Let's check the settler. So the next one will cost 36. And we have 7 turns remaining. I'm going to grab the knowledge. Yep, let's grab the knowledge. There you go. We'll hit our culture goal very soon here. Okay, what's this? That's an army. This is Greece? Oh, Aztecs. Okay, so another AI. The Aztecs this time. Okay, alright. How's Hamburg doing? Yeah, this is probably fine. 10 turns to grow. We're only getting 1 hammer, which is not exactly a lot. But oh well. I think we can stop to levy workers for now. So this will give me influence. On build, 1-time border expansion. Okay, let's grab the dolmen then. So right now our biggest problem here is the lack of production. At least for now. For now. Okay. Well, we are region level 2 now. So now we should be able to build a town. Well, once we hit our culture here, then we can create a town. Now, I don't know how far a city can expand potentially. That's one of the things I'm interested in. And to be fair, it might be somewhere in the Infopedia. And now we entered the Bronze Age. So new domains are available, diplomacy and engineering. National spirit slot is unlocked. And we unlock the trade system. You will address us with respect if you know what's good for you. Now you. You can now select your first national spirit. In the domains area on the left is a round marker that indicates that you have an open national spirit slot. Each of these has a set of thematic ideals that can be unlocked using experience from one of your domains, influencing the growth of your nation based on the chosen archetype. Selecting a national spirit provides a small bonus of domain experience and also causes you to generate additional points in that domain each turn. As national spirits are selected by other nations, the bonus for those that have not been chosen grows. Oh, interesting. Okay, alright. That is interesting. That's all of the Age of Bronze stuff. Okay, so let's take a look. Add the national spirit. Let's see. Yeah, now technology is being researched. Choose national spirit. Let's see. Age 8, okay. Ancient seafarers. Okay. A reward of 10. So this is like exploration domain. This is warfare, engineering, diplomacy. Let's check engineering. God King Dynasty. Okay. Right. So this doesn't really tell me much. It costs them less to work and build with stone. Okay. Mound builders. Focus on using unique improvements to support high population regions. Okay. And Olympians. So that's diplomacy. Okay. They host the Olympic Games in a show of diplomacy and competition. Each hosted game returns a wide variety of rewards based on how many allied nations compete. Okay. Well, we could maybe pick God King Dynasty. What about warriors? Okay. Selecting this national spirit spawns a Spartan in your homeland. Alright, alright. Well, again, I'm not really familiar with these things right now. Not overly familiar. So let's maybe grab God King Dynasty here. Okay, and this gives us all kinds of stuff we can potentially unlock. Minus 50% construction cost for Stonecutter, for the quarry improvement. Expand faster into hill tiles. Capital +1 limestone. Stone walls and stone towers are cheaper to build. Minus 80%. That's a huge reduction. Unlocks the pyramid tile improvement. 4 influence, 1 culture. Okay. Funeral rites. Upgrades one of your pyramids into a pyramid tomb. 4 influence, 1 government experience, 2 culture. That seems really good. Honestly, from what I've seen so far, anything that gives government experience seems really good. From where I'm standing, or sitting in this case. Okay, well, there you go. Wait, can I do it again? Oh, right. Okay, we can preview all of it without selecting it. Okay, alright, alright. I was worried I'll have to actually select it. Fair enough. Burial mound improvement that generates culture. Okay, 2 culture. Now generates sanitation. In like Bronze Age, okay. Not sure what exactly that will give me, but okay. Minus 50% construction cost for farm improvement. Increase all region levels, +1 region level. Unlocks mount the tradition level 2. Okay. Your regions expand faster into grassland tiles. Plus, times 50% food needed for population. Right, capitals require half as much food per population. That sounds really strong, actually. So this is potentially something you can pick if you want to play tall. Which, to be fair, is kind of implied from this description as well. If that's the case, then I quite like it. I do like playing tall in these kinds of games. Alright, well, let's pick Mound Builders then, shall we? Why not? There, done. We selected Mound Builders. Now we can select our research. Okay, so after Age of Bronze, we have 3 different options. Age of Blood, Age of Heroes, and Age of Iron. So this already looks pretty interesting. I'm actually quite curious about like the full finished game. And I will definitely be playing it, by the way, in case you're wondering. And here's the research we can make. Okay, well, I'll look at these things real quick. But we will probably be wrapping up pretty soon. Claim territory. Claim neutral territory tile bordering your region to absorb it into your nation. Spawns an envoy in your homeland. Okay, let's grab that. That will allow us to do at least some kind of diplomacy. We're about to hit our culture here. Then we can build another town for Hamburg, because it's already region level 2. Okay, let's move in this direction. Take a look. What's going on over there? Still explore this area a little bit. Yeah, region level 2, like I said. Growth in 8 turns. Dolmen in 7. Crisis Ages. From the Age of Bronze, it is possible to move into a Crisis Age. Oh, the Age of Blood is Crisis Age. The Age of Blood is unlocked if you kill 6 or more units from another nation, not barbarians. If you unlock the Age of Blood will become the only option that you can pick to advance the age. If the game moves into the Age of Blood, specific rules are applied. All nations are at war with one another. and a different set of units, technologies, and buildings are available. Okay, wow, that sounds really, really interesting. That actually sounds really interesting. I quite like that. I like the sound of that. I actually really like the sound of that. That sounds like a lot of fun. So see, this is the kind of thing I'm hoping to see more of in this game. In like the later stages of it. I'm really interested in how like the mid-game as well as the late game will play out in here. It's quite promising. From what I've seen so far, it is actually quite promising. And again, like I mentioned at the start, you will be able to play this yourself during the Steam Next Fest, which starts on February the 5th and runs until February the 12th. So you should definitely check it out. If this looks interesting. And it does look interesting. Oh wait, so I can't do it yet. Okay, region level 2 is not enough. I thought it would be enough. But we actually cannot do it yet. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. This doesn't have a tooltip currently. Alright, alright. What else can we do? Whoops, that's not quite what I was looking for. Culture. Close that. Local reforms. Absorb outpost. Converts an outpost bordering your region into a level 2 town. So does it refer to something like this? I don't think so. Cutting edge. Increase innovation gained per turn. Innovation is how much accumulated innovation you gain per turn. No shit. When innovation meter is full, you have a growing chance of obtaining a unique innovation, such as a unit building improvement or a buff, that can give you a leg up against other nations. If you don't like your innovation, you can receive a high wealth payout instead. When an innovation event occurs, your accumulated innovation drops to 0, and your innovation is greatly reduced. That sounds pretty interesting. This is accumulated innovation. So 0 out of 100. This would give us 10 per turn. Okay, what the heck? Let's do that. That means it's 10 turns away. I might make some cuts to get there faster. Variant ages. Along with the first crisis age, the Age of Bronze also presents your first variant age, the Age of Heroes. The Age of Heroes provides a different set of content and gameplay inspired by ancient heroes, quests, and technologies. The Age of Heroes is unlocked and available for research if your scouts discover 3 or more landmarks. Interesting. The standard path through history moves into the Age of Iron, but variants like the Age of Heroes allow you to take the history in a different direction. I really like the sound of that. Alright, sell something to the locals, plus 100 wealth, and let's get some production to Hamburg. Yeah, because it's pretty low on production. Alright, more exploration. How's Dortmund doing? It's not quite there yet. But it might be soon. Okay, 11 out of 15. What's this icon? Under siege by... Oh, wait. Wait, is this a barbarian? It is a barbarian. Oh, my bad. Actually, my bad. Okay, that's kind of bad. I really didn't see this guy. Because I'm quite used to units having like a very obvious flag over their head. So I actually really did not see that guy. My bad. We are under attack. Okay, that's just one guy. He did not quite die. He's about to. Okay, I assume he'll die here, which... Wait. No, he didn't. What? Oh, what the heck? Okay, I thought that would be a no-brainer. But apparently it was not. Probably because of the unit bonuses. It's much more rock, paper, scissors. At least I think so, from what I've seen so far. Let's check the archery. Yeah, see? Combat modifier. ×3 attack against unit type, line. So this game is much more rock, paper, scissors in combat. Double attack against cavalry, which we saw at the start. And cavalry has Double defense against ranged. Chariot. Yeah, double attack against ranged. Yeah, so this game is much more about finding the right counter to the units you're fighting against. Which explains why we got killed. Which is, again, it's fine. This is how you discover things in games. That's what I enjoy about playing a new game. Anyway, I do want to hit that innovation and see what we might get. City Guard. Yeah, so he gets a higher combat modifier, higher defense on the city tile. It's a dedicated City Guard, if you will. Let's grab that warband real quick. I wouldn't want to leave my capital without any defenses. We can get volunteers now, so that will also spawn a warband. Wait, could I have done it in Dortmund? I assume not, because it's under siege. But maybe I should have checked. Gain 10 improvement points. Okay, that's actually not too bad. Spawn pioneers. Use pioneers to build outposts. Outposts are temporary settlements built by pioneers to establish a presence or collect resources far from home. Deploying an outpost causes it to claim any unclaimed tiles adjacent to the outpost and spawn roads to nearby settlements. Your units also heal faster inside this territory. Special goods tiles can be collected by building trade posts on top of it and selecting which region to send the good to. Okay, so that sounds quite useful. What else did we have here? Expand the town. Increase town's level by 1. Okay. Right. And rebuild ruined town. So this is still level 1, is it? This town? I think so. Right here, actually. Yes, it is. Where does it say it's level 1? It doesn't, but I can't change specialization. 1 air unit capacity. Well, let's wait until 25 points, shall we? We are up to 26 government points. Probably best to wait for another settler in this situation. You know, to settle more. Let's go back to our city here and defend it. Maybe go back with this warrior. It sounds like I might actually need some defenses here. Alright, let's go. I'm not sure how long this siege might take him. 0.8 original efficiency. I can already integrate it if I pay 25. Yeah, that will delay my next settler, but it's probably best to integrate it. So here's the envoy. Improves relations and unlocks additional diplomatic actions by traveling to foreign nations. So let's get him to Londi or so. And maybe we can actually do something with Shaka. Yeah, so that's because we finished officials. Unlocks the ability to rush culture, claim territory, bribe, use on any barbarian army to disband them. Okay, that sounds good. Market building. 1 diplomacy experience. Okay. Alright. I have to say, I really like this like age mechanic. That is quite promising. I really like that idea. I like quite a few ideas in this game so far. I really do. Crane. 1 improvement points. Okay, that makes sense. Saw pit. Okay, work 1 engineering experience converts free logs to free lumber. Okay. Well, I don't need production in general. Kiln. Converts clay. Mill. Converts wheat or rice to flour. 8 food. That seems like a lot of food, but you need wheat for that. Vats. Converts grapes or rice to wine. 1 culture. Yeah, so we can like convert resources, obviously, to get a different resource. Which makes sense, but yeah, I like that mechanic. I quite like that. Mining. Spawns Pioneer. Wait, what does Pioneer do again? A skilled builder and architect who can stake... Oh yeah, he builds outposts. Right. Mine. Right. Stonecutter improvement. And the quarry improvement. Well, I have to pick something. We could grab discipline. Spear. Okay, reinforcements. Restores some of an army's health and morale at the cost of combat experience. Okay. Use it on an army that is not inside enemy borders. But you don't have to be inside your border. You just can't be inside enemy border. Spear. Double attack against cavalry. Okay, and the chariot. Double attack against ranged. Alright, let's get discipline. Why not? There you go. We probably won't have the time to actually go to war, though. Just saying. But let's see if we can maybe do some diplomacy. We shall see. He might need an escort. But he's a big boy. Let's escort this barbarian out of our land. And by escort, I mean carry out his corpse. Hey, you there! Kill that barbarian. Yes, you. You, I'm talking to you. I need one more turn to attack him. Alright, well, we should probably integrate Dortmund. So let's do that. Definitely a good idea. Yeah, raise tribal army. I don't think we need that. We're fine. Engineering 18. Yeah, let's wait to get 25. That's just a warband. I'll leave it here. Okay, we're moving to Zulu. Shaka, whatever. I'll probably call him Shaka, okay? That's what it is to me. After playing way too much Civilization. Okay, Hamburg. We just finished the warband. Okay. We have a few options here. Food stockpile. Let's grab the food stockpile. Faster growth is good. We're about to get 4 population. And in Dortmund, a town center. You know, for government experience. That makes sense. How many improvement points do we have now? Unrest. Unrest is growing in your regions. Larger regions and higher populations can cause unrest. If you do not counter unrest with unrest suppression, it will grow. At higher levels, this will cause rioting and spawn enemy rebels. The easiest way to deal with unrest is to leave a few military units in the capital city. Guard units are especially good for suppressing regional unrest. Okay, that makes sense. We have a few units nearby. I was going to move them, but we can go back. Goods chains. So we already kind of saw that. This is a very promising mechanic. And obviously, this is a mechanic many other games had, but Civilization obviously doesn't. Not in this form. So goods that you gather with one improvement can be used by others to produce more valuable commodities. Wheat gathered by farm provides food. If you build a mill, that wheat can be converted into flour worth even more food. Some goods chains offer flexibility. Logs gathered by a forester provide more production if they are turned into planks at a sawmill. The same logs can also be sent to a paper maker to produce paper for wealth. Or that paper could be sent to a printing press to make books, and so on. To see the improvements and goods in a region, click the name above one of your region capitals and select Workers tab. Okay, yeah, I like that. Yeah, it's here, basically. That's the Workers tab. It's what we've been looking at. And we're at 4 population now. So where's Unrest? I'm not seeing it here right now. We can also convert back to Vassal. Oh yeah, Unrest is here. Yeah, -4 because of garrison units. So right now Unrest is at 0. Alright, let's go. Yeah, let's stay here with the rest. Fight this fella. Yeah, this is actually city militia. So he finished that siege before I had a chance to attack him. But he didn't kill them. Now we have our unit here. There, okay, now he's dead. Alright. Yeah, I should probably keep like at least one unit here to defend. Okay. Shaka does not like me. Probably not a good idea sending a diplomat in this situation. But wait, are we actually at war? No, we're not. He's aggressive, but we're not actually, like, at war. Okay. So, what now? Yeah, open negotiations. We need to wait until the next turn. Fair enough, we'll wait. Let's send a scout on his own. And I'll just leave this archer in Dortmund. I'm still waiting for that innovation. I want to see what we might get. India. Is it Gandhi? We're almost there. 90 out of 100. Okay, open negotiations. Integrate vassal territory. So we can use a diplomatic unit to increase integration. Interesting. Just to speed up that process. Okay, well, open negotiations. Not sure if that will... Okay, yeah, so now we can do stuff. Demand a religious conversion, demand coin, send gift, improve relations, demand end war. Okay. Oh, we can demand for him to end another war. Alright, alright. Well, right now I can't do any of these things because I don't have the resources to do it. But now that unlocked all of these options. Greece and Aztecs have formed an alliance. Already, alright. Good to know. Thanks for the update. How's that innovation? You fail to understand. There is no such thing as neutral territory. Only land that is not yet yours. Combat is allowed in neutral territory. Okay, well, we're at 100 out of 100 now. So once innovation event happens, right, then it's reset to 0. So this does not mean we will get an innovation at 100. It's just that when the meter is full, we have a growing likelihood of receiving a positive event. I kind of want to see one, so perhaps we will. There's discipline. Alright. Let's get community. What about belief? Culture, knowledge, diplomacy experience. Yeah, I don't think I'll be doing a lot of diplomacy with Shaka. Doesn't seem like it. Let's get community. We can still explore over here. Yeah, I don't know what this chance is. Pioneer. Yeah, now we can get a pioneer who can start outposts, which we read about earlier. Which basically allows you to like take control of various goods. You can also build trading post improvements on these, which will gather and send the goods to one of your regions. Yeah, so we could grab one, but we don't have to. I kind of want to expand the town instead on the next turn or so. Right, and region is idle. We can get the chariot now. We can get the spear. And the encampment gives warfare experience. And diplomacy experience. Might be a good idea to have like palisades. You know, for some basic defenses. It's only 5 turns. Expansion. You can increase the level of one of your towns. Select the engineer. Yeah, so this is what I was waiting for. Yep. Higher level towns have better bonuses from adjacent improvements and increase the region level of the region, which allows for larger populations. At town level 2, you can also select the town and assign a specialization. Okay, so let's do that. I was waiting to do that. Let's do it now. So expand town. There you go, now it's level 2. Okay, farming town, lumber town, mining town, coastal town. Coastal town generate wealth per adjacent boating improvement. I think lumber town is probably best. Lumber towns generate production per adjacent lumbering improvement. So can we get those on a forest? Oh wait, we need to research first, right? Yes. Wait, hold on. I thought we did. Saw pit, mill, kiln. Yeah, I don't think I can build it just on a regular forest. Pasture, hunting camp, dwelling, dog, farm, fishing boats, forester, plantation. Gather forestry. A section of the forest is set aside for harvesting trees. Okay, I can do that. That will cost me 12 improvement points. Okay, we should probably do that. Alright, let's do that. So build forester over here. Okay. Deep forest. Forest. Yeah, so forester. 1 logs. Right. Yeah, so now that we build the forester, we're getting 1 log, which is worth 2 production. And if we set the lumber town here... Yeah, I assume it will generate more production. Yeah, okay, here. Forester obviously counts as a lumbering improvement. Forester and logging camp. Can we change this anytime we want? Seems like it, yeah. Looks like we can. But now it's a lumber town. So it will generate more production because we already have this forester here. We can get another one too. Okay, we can get another one right here. There you go. Okay. How much faster are we going to build things right now? We got plus 11 production. Plus 4 from lumber town. Okay, that's pretty nice. Let's see. We can build palisade walls in 2 turns now. Encampment from 0 in 5. Work camp in 5. Okay, that did speed things up. So I don't know if we'll be getting that innovation. I have no idea what kind of chance this is. It's almost 3000 BCE now. Okay, that's somebody's border right there. We got the town center. What was the dolmen again? Influence. To expand your borders and such. Oh, whoops. Oh, there we go. Innovation. Multi-terrace mounds. The architects of Germany have begun building an even larger multi-leveled mounds with more than 1 terrace. Okay, I guess I'll accept that. Burial mound, plus 1 improvement points. Oh, okay. So burial mound will get plus 1 improvement. Alright. That sounds acceptable. I think. So we would have to unlock it first. Right here. So I would need 20 engineering first. And then I could build burial mounds. So obviously, from here, that would likely be the best thing to do. Since we got that innovation. That's 2 culture. And yeah, we got the buff, so plus 1 improvement points. Anyway, we are now like over an hour in. So I think I've shown enough. And you've seen enough for 1 single video. This game is quite promising. I'm actually really looking forward to seeing more. And if you watched all the way to the end, thanks, I appreciate it. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. And again, you will be able to play this yourself soon, starting on the 5th of February for 7 days. And thanks for watching again. I will see you next time.